Proposition 4. If a conic surface is cut by a plane parallel to the generating circle, the section will be a circle, the center of the circle will be a point on the axis, and a part of the conic surface between the vertex and the section will be a cone. So we're going to start this off with some construction, which means I'm going to get out my little line tool. First, we're going to place a point F, which will be the center of the generating circle, and we can do this by Euclid Book 3 Prop 1 to find the center of any circle. And then we're going to draw the axis. Then, where the axis connects with the cutting plane, we're going to put a point G. And we are going to connect, BF and FC, DG, and GE. Now we've connected those separately, but what we can say about DGE is that we do actually know that it is a straight line. And the reason that we know that is because we've created this triangle here, ABC, and this triangle represents a plane. And the cutting plane and the section of the cutting plane, DE, also represents a plane. And we know that if two planes cross, the section between them is a straight line. So we're on this step, line DGE is straight. Now we're going to take a point, any point we want, on the line DE. Put mine over here. And we're going to label this H. And we are going to connect the vertex to H and extend it down to the generating circle. And we're going to label this point K. Oh, this is not showing up on here, is it? I'll put this here. Okay, so now we're going to connect H and G and K and F. Aw, man. I didn't really think this through, huh? So now if you think about it, we have this triangle FKA, and this is also a plane, and this plane cuts two different planes that are parallel to one another, BC and DE. So these lines GH and FK are going to be parallel lines. And similarly, we have the triangle ABC, which represents a plane, and DE and BC are two parallel planes. So we know that FC is parallel to GE, DG is parallel to BF. So now, if you were to think about those triangles, maybe I'll figure out a way to highlight this real quick. Hold on. Okay, I couldn't figure out opacity, but I'll just highlight the triangles I'm talking about. This is an example of one of the three larger triangles with the smaller triangle inside of it. But you can see that this angle is equal to this angle is the same angle, this angle is equal to this angle. So this would make these similar triangles because we know that these two lines are also parallel. So with similar triangles, you can set up ratios. For example, FA to HA is as DG is to BF, because the larger side is to the smaller side as the larger side is to the smaller side in similar triangles. So that's a strategy that Apollonius is going to use a lot, and he's going to use right now in this proposition. And I've written out the ratios that he's using. So I guess I'll just go through these and highlight where they are. So FA to AG is the longer part of the axis to the smaller part of the axis, as FB to GG, FB, the larger part of the base, is to DG, the smaller part of the base, in these similar triangles, is as FC on this set of similar triangles here, AFC and AGE, this base is to this base. And finally, on this set of triangles, AFK and AGH, this base, FK, is to GH, this base. So now let's go back to talking about the base circle here. So since we know that this is a circle and we've placed F in the center of the circle, we know that all of these radii are equal. BF equals KF equals FC. So let's circle those things. We got FB here, FC, FK. So these lines DG, GE, GH have the same ratio to things which we know are equal. And from Euclid 5.9, Book 5, Prop 9, we know that if things have the same ratio to things which are equal, then those things are also equal. So that means that DG, GE, and GH are equal. So these are all radii of a circle then. We know that because we could have placed H anywhere along this line DE, and it would still be equal to the two lines DG and GE. So that means, what kind of figure would you have to have for wherever you place a point on a line, the spokes of it are equal to one another? Only a circle. So that means that DE, the section here, must be a circle, and it means that since all of the lines are equal when they're drawn from point G, G is the center of the circle. And we constructed G by the section's intersection with the axis. So G is definitely a point on the axis, and it's also the center of the circle. So DGE is a circle with the midpoint G along the axis. And we know by definition of a cone that if a conic section is cut off by a circular base, and its center is along the axis, then that circular, that part of the conic section is a cone. So QED.